Lastly, sir, this is an executive order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
Would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And
all right, I'm gonna have to say I'm not a fan of this executive order.
What are you doing, Sparrow?
I don't think it's I don't think you should charge anyone from burning your flag. I don't think you should add whether it's the LGBTQ flag, whether it's the American flag, whether it's the Israeli flag, right? Because at the end of the day, it's still considered as freedom of expression.
Lastly, sir, this is an executive order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And as you know, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision, they called it freedom of speech. But there's another reason, which is perhaps much more important. It's called death. Because what happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy. If you have hundreds of people, they go crazy. You can do other things. You can burn this piece of paper. But when you burn the American flag, it incites riots.
Well, see, I don't like this. I don't like this executive order, right? Because this is bullshit. Sorry, Trump, I gotta call you out on it. You my boy, but no, this one is bullshit. Because the reason why you should be able to actually burn a flag, regardless of the flag, whether it's the American flag, whether it's the freaking LGBTQ flag, whether it's the Israeli flag, whatever the flag, you name it. The reason why you should have the right to burn it, because it comes with the freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and it's your right as a protest. So you may not like it. It doesn't matter which camp is doing it, whether it's the right or the left, it doesn't matter. And that is a step too far, I believe. And I think the way that he tried to pass it off as it kind of like when you yell out fire in a crowded theater or something like that. So it kind of make it seem like it's in the same department. But no, I think this one is a slippery slope, and where what happened then after you, right? After when you have a governor with or a president with bad intention, or a president that is horrible. What would have happened when conservatives start burning the American flag during, Biden, or during like a horrible president? So it doesn't matter, right? So I'm against this. I'm against this.
At levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. In a way, both ways. There are some that are going crazy for doing it. There are others that are angry about them doing it. Do you want to discuss that?
Sure. So what the executive order does, sir, it charges your Department of Justice with investigating instances of flag burning, and then where there's evidence of criminal activity, where prosecution wouldn't fall afoul of the First Amendment, and instructs the Department of Justice to prosecute those who are engaged in these instances of flag burning.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they?
Nah, bro. That's not a good look. That is not a good look. I understand what you try to do, but that's not a good look. Because as much as I can't stand these idiots for protesting for every stupid fucking thing, but at the end of the day, it is their right to protest. Now, if let's say that flag burning end up having to create more, should I say, lighting up stuff on fire and creating damaging property and stuff like that, I can understand that part. So for instance, like let's say the flag burning, you might create hazardous for the road, or let's say you create damage to the road or something like that, right? I guess you could charge them for that, but that's not gonna serve you like a freaking year. It's like community service at best, right? Or probably like a week in jail and then like 6 months community service. Okay, cool. Let's say you damaging public property or something like that, right? That's understandable. But burning a flag, nah, bro, nah. That one is bullshit. So what happened if you burn a flag in the comfort of your own home, at home, like a regular protest? You have like a container, like a iron container and stuff like that, and then you put some gas in it, you light it on fire, and then you put the flag in there. Should you be arrested for that? Because let's say you bought the flag, you burning. So yeah, that. Sorry, dude. I don't think that's a good idea.
Incitement is.
Incite to riot, and you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record. And you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the Statute and Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town. They were gone. Never had a problem after that. It's pretty amazing. We stopped it. But this is something that's, I don't know, in a certain way, it's equally as important.
I think this is the difference between like, because the where I got this video from is from Luke Rudkowski. He's a conservative guy, a Polish dude, and I think that's the difference between the left and the right. Right? You have obviously, of course, you do have people that just no matter what the hell Trump does is gonna agree with him 100%. Right? But when you do have those who actually will push back, and it's like against an ideology, and I understand what he's trying to do. Like, you know, his heart is in the right place, but the road to hell is paved with good intention. Because you may not abuse this, but someone else that come after you might. Right? And I understand it's an executive order, and whenever, like, as soon as it's out of power, then in order for it to become a law, then Congress is gonna have to vote for this. But still, it's not a good idea. I'm not a fan of this, and I think it's a horrible decision if you actually, like, you know, if this is pursued. So no, Trump, no, that's a thumbs down for this one, man.
Some people say it's more important because the people in this country don't want to see our American flag burned and spit on, and by people that are, in many cases, paid agitators. They're paid by the radical left to do it. You talk to these people, they don't even know, half of them don't even know what they're doing. They say, I don't know, they gave me money to do this. I see the same things that you do. They're bad people. They're trying to destroy our nation. That's not working because I think our nation now is the most respected nation anywhere in the world by far. You saw that with the European leaders on Friday. You saw that with NATO, where they agreed to go from 2% no pay to 5% fully paid up.
Okay, he's going on about, like, you know, he's accomplishing all that stuff, which is all great. But if we're talking about this specific executive order, that one, it sucks. Sorry, dude. You gotta do better. But anyway, let me know down below what you guys think in the comment section. You know who it is. I'm your host, The Haitian. So share, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.
Trillions of dollars paid, where they respect your president to a level that they jokingly call me the president of Europe. They call me the president of Europe, which is an honor. I like Europe, and I like those people. They're good people.